The moment I saw that empty chain in the backyard, something inside me went quiet. Not sad, not angry, just quiet. The kind of quiet that comes before a storm that levels everything. My stepmom was standing on the porch, arms crossed, smiling like she'd just won something. She had no idea what she'd just started. Let me take you back. My mom died when I was 7. Cancer. The kind that moves fast and takes everything before you can even say goodbye. I remember her hands, soft, always smelling like lavender lotion. She used to hold my face and say, "Danny, you're going to be someone special. I just know it." After she passed, it was just me and my dad for a while. We were broken, but we had each other. He worked double shifts at the auto plant. I learned to make my own lunches, do my own laundry, sit alone in an empty house until he came home exhausted. We didn't have much, but we had loyalty. Then came Victoria. My dad met her at a work function when I was 12. She was charming at first, laughed at all his jokes, touched his arm when she talked, wore perfume that filled the room. I wanted to like her. I really did. But there was something behind her eyes, something cold, calculating. They got married within a year. That's when everything changed. Victoria had a daughter named Brooke, 2 years younger than me, spoiled, entitled, the kind of kid who cried until she got what she wanted, and Victoria always made sure she got it. New clothes every month, expensive phone, her own room while I got moved to the basement. But I didn't complain. Not once. Because I had Buster. Before I continue, please hit the like button and drop a comment telling me where you're listening from. I'd really love to know. Buster was a golden retriever mix I found behind the grocery store when I was 13. Skinny, ribs showing, shaking in a cardboard box during a rainstorm. I carried him home inside my jacket. My dad took one look at those big brown eyes and said, "Well, I guess we have a dog now." Buster became my everything. He slept at the foot of my bed, waited by the door when I came home from school, followed me everywhere like a shadow. When the loneliness got too heavy, when Victoria made snide comments about me being too much like my mother, or when Brooke took my things and never got punished, Buster was there. He didn't judge, he didn't leave, he just loved me. Unconditionally. For 5 years, through every fight, every cold dinner, every moment I felt invisible in my own home, Buster was my anchor. He was the last piece of my mom, somehow. The last proof that love without conditions still existed. Victoria hated him. Said he smelled. Said he was dirty and shouldn't be inside. She tried convincing my dad to get rid of him multiple times, but Dad always said no. "That dog means everything to Danny," he'd say. "He stays." And Buster stayed. Until the summer I turned 18. I graduated high school with honors. Got accepted into a trade program 3 hours away, welding certification, good money, real future. But the program had a 2-week intensive orientation. No phones, no visitors, total immersion. 2 weeks. I almost didn't go because of Buster. He was getting older, 9 years old now, a little gray around the muzzle, slower on walks, but still my best friend. My dad promised he'd take care of him. "Don't worry, son," he said, hugging me before I left. "Buster will be right here when you get back." I believed him. I shouldn't have. See, what I didn't know was that my dad had to leave for an emergency work trip 3 days after I left. Pipe burst at a sister plant in another state. He was the only certified technician who could fix it. He'd be gone for a week. That left Buster alone with Victoria and Brooke. I came home on a Friday afternoon, exhausted, excited, couldn't wait to see my dog. The house was quiet when I walked in. Too quiet. I dropped my bags and went straight to the backyard. That's when I saw it. The chain, empty, collar still attached, but no Buster. My heart stopped. I ran inside. "Dad? Dad!" Where's Buster? Victoria was in the kitchen, drinking wine, looking at her phone. She didn't even look up. Oh, the dog. She said it like she was talking about a piece of furniture. I got rid of him. The room tilted. What do you mean, you got rid of him? She finally looked at me, and she smiled. He was old and disgusting. He kept barking while Brooke was trying to study for her summer exams. So I posted him on Craigslist. Someone came and got him yesterday. I couldn't breathe. You sold him? I didn't sell him. I gave him away. For free, actually. To some family, a few towns over. They seemed nice enough. My legs almost gave out. You had no right. He was my dog. Mine. I've had him since I was 13. And now you're 18. An adult. Time to grow up and stop being so attached to some mangy animal. Brooke came down the stairs, smirking. Yeah, Danny, it's just a dog. Get over it. Just a dog. Just a dog. I looked at Victoria, at that satisfied smile, at the cold triumph in her eyes. She wasn't just getting rid of Buster. She was getting rid of me, piece by piece, breaking me down. And she thought she'd won. I tried to find him. For 2 weeks, I called every shelter within 100 miles, posted on every Facebook group, every community board, every lost pet website. Nothing. Victoria refused to give me any details about who took him. I don't remember. Some family. Why does it matter? He's gone. I called Dad. He was devastated, but what could he do? He was stuck between me and his wife, and he chose silence, chose peace, chose her. I stopped eating, stopped sleeping, dropped out of the welding program because I couldn't focus. I'd lay in my basement room, staring at the ceiling, listening to the silence where Buster's breathing used to be. Some nights I'd wake up reaching for him, expecting to feel warm fur, finding nothing but cold sheets. I became a ghost in that house. Victoria loved it. She'd make comments at dinner. Danny seems depressed. Maybe he needs therapy. Isn't it sad how some people can't handle real life? Brooke would laugh. My dad would look at his plate, and I would sit there, quiet, planning. See, here's what Victoria didn't know about me. I'm patient, dangerously patient. My mom taught me that. She used to say, Danny, anger is like fire. It can destroy or it can forge. Choose what you want to become. I chose to become steel. I got a job at a local mechanic shop, started saving money, kept my head down, became invisible. Victoria thought I'd given up, thought she'd broken me. But I was watching, listening, learning. I learned that Victoria's car, a white 2019 BMW 3 Series, her pride and joy, wasn't actually hers. It was in my father's name. He'd bought it for her as a wedding gift, but never transferred the title. Lazy paperwork. He kept saying he'd get around to it. He never did. That car was legally his property. I also learned something else, something Victoria didn't know I knew. 3 months after Buster disappeared, I was at the grocery store when I overheard 2 women talking in the checkout line. Yeah, the golden retriever we got from Craigslist? Sweetest dog ever. My kids love him. My blood froze. I turned around. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I couldn't help but overhear. A golden retriever from Craigslist? The woman nodded. Yeah, about 3 months ago. Some lady was giving him away. Said he was too much trouble. My heart was pounding. Was his name Buster? Her eyes widened. Oh my gosh. Yes, that's what his tag said. Do you know him? I couldn't speak for a moment. My throat was too tight. He's my dog, I finally managed. He's been my dog since I was 13. My stepmom gave him away without my permission. The woman's face went pale. Oh no. Oh honey, I'm so sorry. We had no idea. We thought he was just a dog that needed a home. I was shaking. Is he Is he okay? She smiled gently. He's perfect. He's happy. My kids adore him. I started crying right there in the grocery store. Couldn't stop. But then the woman said something that changed everything. Look, I can see how much you love him. Why don't you come visit? See for yourself that he's okay. I went to her house that weekend. The moment I walked into the backyard, Buster saw me. He went absolutely crazy. Barking, crying, running toward me so fast his old legs almost gave out. I dropped to my knees and held him while he licked my face, whimpering, his whole body shaking with joy. He remembered me. Of course he remembered me. The woman, her name was Linda, was crying too. Her 2 kids were watching, confused but quiet. I can't take him away from your children, I told Linda, even though every fiber of my being screamed otherwise. They love him, and he's happy here. Linda shook her head. He's your dog. I can see that now. Anyone who doubted it just needed to watch that reunion. We talked for a long time. Eventually, we made a decision together. Buster would stay with Linda during the week she worked from home, had a big yard, and her kids gave him constant attention. But I could visit whenever I wanted. And when I got my own place, I could take him back. It wasn't perfect, but it was something. And now? Now I could focus on what came next. I waited 3 more months. I needed Victoria to forget about me, needed her to think I was a broken, beaten, harmless kid. I needed her to let her guard down completely. During that time, I gathered everything I needed. I recorded Victoria's confession on my phone one night when she was drunk, bragging to her sister on the phone about finally getting rid of that disgusting animal. I documented every cruel thing she said to me, every passive-aggressive comment, every time she deliberately excluded me from family activities. But most importantly, I had several conversations with my father. Careful conversations. Hey Dad, you ever gonna transfer the BMW title to Victoria? Seems like a lot of hassle if something happens. He'd wave it off. Nah, don't worry about it. Everything's in my name anyway. Easier for taxes. I got him to say it multiple times. Recorded all of it. See, I wasn't going to steal her car. I was going to do something better. It happened on a Saturday morning. Victoria had been planning a spa weekend with her girlfriends, 3 days of luxury, expensive treatments, the whole thing. She was in an especially good mood, which made it even sweeter. I walked into the kitchen where she was having breakfast. Hey Victoria, can we talk? She barely looked at me. Make it quick. I'm leaving in an hour. It's about your car. Now she looked at me. What about my car? I pulled out a folded piece of paper and set it on the table in front of her. I sold it. Silence. Complete, deafening silence. Then she laughed. You what? That's ridiculous. You can't sell my car. Actually, I can. Because it's not your car. It's Dad's. His name is on the title, not yours. Her face went pale. And Dad gave me power of attorney 3 weeks ago, for all his vehicle assets. It's all legal, Victoria. I had a lawyer help me set it up. She grabbed the paper and started reading. Her hands were shaking. This can't be right. This isn't. I sold it to a dealership yesterday. Got a good price, too. $28,000. They picked it up this morning while you were in the shower. Victoria stood up so fast, her chair fell backward. You little, where is my car? Gone. Like my dog was gone. She screamed, actually screamed, ran to the window and saw the empty driveway. I'm calling the police. Go ahead. They'll tell you the same thing the dealership told me. The car was legally sold by someone with proper authorization. There's nothing criminal here. I'll sue you. With what money, Victoria? That stopped her. See, I also had a conversation with Dad last week, a long one. Showed him the recordings of you confessing to giving Buster away. Showed him documentation of how you've treated me for 6 years. All the little cruelties you thought no one noticed. Victoria's face was now white as paper. Dad didn't know about most of it. He was working. He was tired. He trusted you to be a decent human being. But now he knows, and he's filing for divorce. Her mouth opened, closed, opened again. That's impossible. He loves me. He would never. He loved the woman he thought you were, but that woman doesn't exist. You're a cruel, petty, vindictive person who sold a teenager's dog out of spite. And now, everyone's going to know it. Victoria started crying, ugly, desperate tears. Please, Danny, please, I'll make it up to you. I'll help you find the dog. I already found Buster. No thanks to you. Her eyes widened. He's okay. He's happy, which is more than you deserve to know. I turned to leave. Wait, the money from the car. Where is it? I stopped at the door, looked back at her. I donated it, all of it, to the local animal shelter, the one that takes in abandoned pets, pets that people throw away like garbage. I smiled. I made the donation in your name, so if anyone asks, you'll have to explain why you gave $28,000 to homeless animals. I walked out of that kitchen and didn't look back. But that wasn't the end. See, there was one more thing Victoria didn't know. Remember Linda, the woman who had Buster? Linda's husband was a family court judge. When he heard the full story, everything Victoria had done, how she'd treated me for years, how she'd deliberately tried to destroy my relationship with my father, he was disgusted. I've seen cases like this, he told me. Emotional abuse that flies under the radar because there are no bruises. It's evil in its most subtle form. He didn't interfere with the divorce proceedings that would have been unethical. But he did connect my father with the best divorce attorney in the county. The divorce was finalized 4 months later. Victoria lost everything. The house, her claim to half of Dad's pension, even her alimony request was denied after the recordings came out. But here's the twist no one expected. Not even me. 3 weeks after the divorce, I got a letter in the mail. It was from Victoria's daughter, Brooke. I almost threw it away, but something made me open it. Danny, I know you probably hate me. You have every right to. I was horrible to you, and I stood by while my mom did terrible things. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I just wanted you to know the truth. My mom isn't cruel because she's evil. She's cruel because she's broken. Her first husband, my biological father, abandoned us when I was 3. He had a dog that he loved more than us. When he left, he took the dog but left me and my mom behind. I know it doesn't excuse anything, but every time she saw you with Buster, she saw that dog. She saw the man who chose an animal over his own child. I'm not saying this to make you feel guilty. What she did was wrong, but I wanted you to understand that hurt people hurt people. I'm getting help now, therapy. I'm trying to be better. I hope you and Buster are happy. You deserve it. I sat with that letter for a long time. It didn't change what Victoria did, didn't erase the cruelty, the pain, but it made her human. And somehow, that made the closure feel more complete. I'm 20 now, got my own apartment, small, but it's mine. And every night, there's a warm weight at the foot of my bed. Buster's back where he belongs. He's 11 now, slower, sleeps more. His muzzle is almost fully gray. But when I come home from work, he still waits by the door, still wags his tail like I'm the greatest thing he's ever seen, still loves me without conditions. My dad visits once a week. We're rebuilding. Slowly. It's awkward sometimes. There's a lot we never said, a lot of pain we never addressed. But we're trying. That's all any of us can do. As for Victoria, last I heard, she moved to another state, started over. Maybe she got help. Maybe she didn't. I don't really care anymore. She took something precious from me, and I took something precious from her. But the difference is, what I lost, I found again. What she lost, she can never get back. Not the car, not the money, but the chance to be part of a family that could have loved her if only she'd let us. My mom used to say that the truest test of character isn't how you treat people who can do something for you. It's how you treat those who can't. Victoria saw me as powerless, a kid, an obstacle. She forgot that even the smallest people can cast the longest shadows. And sometimes, the quiet ones are the ones you should fear the most. I don't believe in karma, but I believe in patience. And I believe that eventually, everyone gets exactly what they deserve. Buster's snoring now, little paws twitching, probably dreaming about chasing squirrels. I reach down and scratch behind his ears. I got you, buddy, I whisper. I'll always get you. Some bonds can't be bought. Some bonds can't be sold. And some bonds are strong enough to survive anything, even the people who tried to destroy them. Good night, Mom. I hope I made you proud. Before you go, hit like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts. Was this fair or unfair? I want to hear you.